Onward Headhunting is the source for elite M&A, operations, and finance executive talent exclusively for private equity funds and their high-growth portfolio companies. When top-tier leadership seems impossible to find, Onward delivers with speed and accuracy. This is retained search built to shape the future of your most important assets. Learn more on LinkedIn or visit onwardheadhunting.com to start the conversation. And let's move your most critical executive searches onward.
This is Scott Becker with the Becker Business Podcast, the Becker Private Equity Podcast. Today's discussion is the economy, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So here is the good. The good is that surprisingly, retail sales expanded and beat August forecast. People did not really see that coming, but overall, the country had a better purchasing month in August than expected. U.S. retail sales increased more than expected in August. So that's the good. That's the good news. It's literally the third straight month of solid gains it reported in the retail sales market, and that sort of defies some of the odds. The bad is the U.S. economy as a whole. The GDP is running at almost about a 1% rate or growth rate, a very, very slow growth rate, which particularly given the amount of deficit spending that we are doing is a disaster. And then the ugly is the jobs market. The job market is getting tougher and tougher. We can talk about it both statistically. We're at about 4.3% unemployment rate, but that's going up. You could also talk about it statistically in that we had the highest claims for unemployment last week than in a long time, 263,000. And also the fact that there's only about 7 million open jobs in the country, which in a country of 330 million is basically like having almost no jobs open because as many people are losing jobs as getting jobs. So that's the ugly, the job market. When I go further in the job market, you can get into the anecdotal stuff. We're getting to that point again in the economy where everybody knows somebody who has lost a job, and that's always a scary place to be. I know I could count in the last month or so 3 different people that are close to us that have lost jobs, and I'm afraid we're going to see more and more of that. And this is against the backdrop of tremendous deficit spending by the country that should lead to more full employment. So again, today's discussion, the economy, the good, the bad, the ugly. The good, retail sales continue to just rocket. The bad, the economy in terms of growth is relatively stagnant. And then the ugly is the job market's getting uglier and uglier. My advice to people is if you have a job, keep it while you're looking for your next job. Don't leave the job, with the concept of I'm going to find the next one. Keep your job and then look for a new job. Thank you very much for listening to the Becker Business Podcast, the Becker Private Equity Podcast. God bless America. Thank you very, very much for joining us.